Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am scrapbooking with some fun new products from Brutus Monroe. This is really awesome. School rules, a mixed media stencil, another mixed media stencil, and then a library card stamp that is called Overdue. So, you guys know it's been a minute since I've had kids in school. I still have a kid in college, but I thought it would be fun to scrapbook the library at Alcatraz. So I'm going to use these products to do that. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I'm starting out by flipping through the paper pad and pulling out a couple pieces of paper that I feel like would be awesome to make a layout with. I am going to start out with the stencil, and I'm using a blue ink to go ahead and go through these letters. Now, this is not a stencil that, what do they call those things? Where they match up, like the left-hand side will match up with the right, but I don't really think that you miss out on anything with the way that I have it stenciled here. Now, I did want to make sure that the math problems and stuff were facing the right direction, although you're only going to see a tiny little bit behind it. So I have decided to turn this into two different layouts. And this one photo is the layout that I complete today. I'm going to leave my stenciling in the background kind of as like my base, and then I am going to build on top of that. Now this paper right here has tons of little humper borders on it, and you guys know I love me fussy cutting out some humper borders, but in this case I decided not to fussy cut them. And just leave them as a strip. So they line up pretty nicely. There is obviously a line there where the two papers are butted up together, but I will camouflage that so I'm not stressing out about it whatsoever. So this is just some fun foam, and I'm going to pop this entire matted photo kind of piece up on the foam. I want to give a little bit of lift off of the stenciled background here. There's not going to be a lot of different textures on this layout, lots of paper, so I wanted to give it the lift just so it would have something a little extra about it, right? I am going to use my ATG to go ahead and glue this down. Now, if you're having this kind of tape over fun foam like this, you want to start on your paper, go across the foam, and end on your paper. It helps that tape to lay down a little bit better. If you don't want to be bothered with that, you can always use a liquid adhesive. So now I've pulled out the Overdue stamp, and I absolutely love the stamp. This is a fabulous stamp. It is a library card stamp. And you guys, let me just tell you, I loved going to the library in school and using the card catalog and looking things up by the Dewey Decimal System and having to sign my name and have the librarian stamp the library due date card. Like, it was just, it brings me so much joy. So this library card stamp just really makes me all kinds of happy. I can't even tell you. So I did have fun going ahead and stamping this in my Misty, and that is a stamp positioner tool, which is a beautiful, beautiful invention. And apparently my fun foam scissors were a little bit gummy with the fun foam glue on them, so I had to take some of that off. And I'm just going to use my scissors to trim down the library card. Now, you could have used a trimmer and gone ahead and got those lines exactly perfectly straight, but I'm okay with it being my scissors. So I'm going to put the one library card up at the top, kind of tucked in behind, and then the other library card, the full library card, is going to be on top of the kind of photo cluster thing that I have going on here. And what that is going to do is basically be the start of the base of where my title is going to go. I decided to bring that blue color up a little bit more. The blue's in the photo mat. The blue is also in those humper border paper that goes along the bottom of the photo, but I felt like the blue needed to come up a little bit more as well. Now, I went through the paper pad one more time to see what other papers I could bring in, and I thought that this notebook paper would be super appropriate. So I went ahead and cut that down. I also cut down the margin of the notebook paper. Since I shortened it so much, the margin was looking a little bit out of balance. So just had to make sure that everything kind of lined up a little bit better. Again, I'm popping this up on the fun foam because I want everything to stay on the same level. I don't want things like falling down or anything like that. So I also used some of this orange paper because I love me some blue and orange together. They are great colors next to each other. At least I think they are. And then I'm just using this scrap of paper right here to kind of line up where the orange paper would come out the bottom if it was all the way behind there. And then I went to my stash to pull out a couple stickers and things, and I decided to use an ampersand and also this word that says story. I'm going to circle punch out some more of that graph paper there. I'm going to go ahead and pop up the sticker on some fun foam as well. It is a super old sticker. The sticker is not very sticky, so it definitely needed a little bit of oomph behind it. So I'm going to put that there. I love how the circle kind of nestles into that S right there. So right now the title is And Story, but it will become more, I promise. I thought about bringing this in too, just because it was another pop of the red that is on that humper border paper, but ultimately I decided not to include that because I felt like there really didn't need to be any reason for me to introduce red. I thought a couple of stars would be awesome just because why not? Plus it gives a little bit of extra interest to the page because they are glitter stars, so that was cool. Went into my stash one more time to grab a couple more letter stickers, and I spell out and there is a story. And then I actually journaled on this layout, you guys. I don't know if I'll journal on the second page with the rest of the library photos from Alcatraz. Now, of course, when you go, the library shelves are empty now. The books that they had are no longer there. But it was really interesting. The whole Alcatraz experience was something I would always suggest going to because it was pretty amazing. So anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this layout. Be sure to check out the link down below if you want any of these awesome Brutus Monroe products. I would appreciate it if you use my link. It is an affiliate link, and I do get a small commission if you choose to shop by using my link. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again real soon for another video.